We talk about the problems of being too short, too tall, too skinny, too fat. But nobody talks about the struggle of being too fine. Nobody talks about that. And it's real and it's here. I've seen it be called different things. Pretty prison, for one. And to sum it all up, it's just basically dealing with the different trials of being put on a pedestal by people because of the way that you look. You know, if you're dating an average guy, it's easy for him to feel like he's not enough for you. It's easy for him to feel like there's no way that he could actually get you. And then you come across the slime balls that you'll have to beat off with a stick because they don't want anything serious with you. They just see you as an object or a prize or, whatever. So it puts pretty women in a real dilemma. And I've often seen people act as if it's like they think it's like petty for pretty women to complain about dealing with being too pretty. But y'all don't understand, like, it's a real thing. It's a real thing and you can go research it. And it just stems from people being fucking weird. As most people are. It's a simple thing, but it's also something that is very, very real to deal with. And it actually takes technique, it takes observation, it takes trial and error. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of getting tired of it. But I also see what adjustments to make because I've noticed that average men, um, it's like the slightest, as soon as you do anything outside of how they envision things should go to make them comfortable, it's like they go right back to that place where they were in the fucking seventh grade where their first big crush turned them down. It's like they go right back to the place there you were when the prettiest girl in school called them ugly or something like that. Like literally, it's like you see them like just turn into a little boy when they don't get the responses that they think they should. And now, granted, I do understand there are a lot of pretty women who contribute to this stereotype. So I do understand where it's coming from. But y'all know me. I'm so down to earth. Like, it really doesn't make any sense for anybody to view me in that way because I'm like so fucking genuine and so down to earth. And if I didn't plan on really giving you a chance, you would never see me face to face. Like, I'm not the type of person that's going to use you for a date. I'm not the type of person that needs attention. I'm not the type of person that's going to make you like me and then ask for rent money. Like, that's nowhere near my character. So this is extremely frustrating for me. It has been over the years in the dating scene. Um, but yeah, I always notice that it's certain points in dating an individual where, like, I've started to take notes and see that, you know, it's specific things that send signals to men, to certain men, that end up making them insecure. Like, for one, if the man is, you know, well, usually this is always the case, but just giving you guys a scenario without giving you guys an actual account of something that I've experienced. But let's say the man is, you know, he's coming over and he wants to chill or whatever. You know, me being fine, me being funny, you know what I'm saying, whatever. We're going to be vibing, okay? And him being a man, more than likely he will become aroused. And if he's comfortable enough, then he'll start to make advances. But if I'm not at the place where I'm ready to go there, then of course I'm not going to what's the word? I'm not going to match those advances. Yeah, we'll say that. I'm not going to encourage those advances. I'm sorry, y'all. They mowing and it just distracted me. But anyways, yeah, I'm not going to match those advances if I'm not ready to do so. But what I've noticed is, and I didn't know this at first, but that's a big red flag to most men. Especially if you look better than the average woman, because they immediately think, okay, this bitch wants to use me. Or, what? You don't want to fuck me? Oh, nah, this gotta be a setup. She gotta be fucking somebody else. Or, oh, she don't want to fuck me. She don't like me. And so after that, like, things always get weird. After that, it's like they are waiting on reassurance after that. After that, they're waiting on something, I don't know. It usually gives, you know, bitch grovel. Okay? Like, damn near. Like, you can't, it's hard to be reserved and pretty because it's never seen as being reserved. It's seen as being a bitch. It's seen it as being a snake. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, another thing is, I've noticed that Words mean a lot. They really do. Like when you look better than the average person, people watch and hang onto your every move, your every word, especially if you're dealing with someone that's looking for validation. And the type of person I am, I don't consider shit like that. I don't consider what man is looking to be validated by me. Like I don't ever consider like, okay, I have to I have to be completely fluid. There needs to be no friction. I can't ever say nothing that goes against his narrative. Like, who the fuck? Like, come on now. That's never gonna happen, actually. Yes, I'm very down to earth. Yes, I'm very nice. But if you're looking for me to completely match the image that you have in your head, that's not ever gonna happen. I'm gonna say some shit that surprises you. It's gonna be some things that you wanna do that I don't wanna do. Come on now. But like I said, I do see I see how I see how this perspective has come about. So like at this point in dating is like shit. You know, you got two options. You either maneuver how you have to or don't ever get a man. So at this point, I'm just learning how to take that extra step and which extra steps I want to take. You know what I'm saying? Like I can definitely be nicer. I can definitely be more open. I'm still debating on whether or not I want to be more aggressive because I just don't see ew. You know what I'm saying? That's just not me. Like, I don't know. I've never seen the point in me pursuing a man, you know, more than he's pursuing me. You know, I've never seen the point in that. I've always felt like, you know, if a man wants to, then he will. And so I'm kind of thinking about, I'm going to stick to that one. Because if you're scared of me, I don't really want you anyways. If we haven't even met each other and my looks are threatening to you, I don't really think you are the type of man for me, anyways. You know? Because I just look at it as it's got to be more behind that. You know, if my looks are enough to make you nervous or not even nervous, I wouldn't even say nervous because being nervous is okay as long as you don't let that cripple you and turn into fear. But if you're actually scared, like intimidated by my looks, I don't think that you're the type of man that I want, anyways. Because I'm sorry, but I'm just thinking if looks intimidate you, It has to be a lot of other things that intimidate you. You know, that's just how I view it. Um, I'm open to seeing if I'm wrong about having that perspective on it, but as of right now, I haven't met anybody that was intimidated by my looks that I ended up liking as a man or a partner, you know. But yeah, so being more open, going out of my way to be reassuring in different moments. Um, like I said, it's mm, I'm just still observing right now, honestly, and making adjustments as I go. And like I said, this is not something that I'm just saying. There are people who aren't necessarily quote unquote beautiful, pretty, whatever, above average looking. There are people who are, who look normal, and they have done studies on this. They have done reports on this, blogs, whatever. Dating specialists have talked about this. It's a real thing. People are intimidated by pretty women. And it's hard to be, you can't be shy, because if you're shy, then you come across as aloof. You know what I'm saying? When you're pretty, most people, when they see a pretty person, they respond the way that they've been taught to. It starts off with the it starts off with the staring. Legitly, people get nervous, people get scared, all at the presence of a beautiful woman. And we see it in TV, even down to the cartoons, like way in the beginning of cartoons, like when they was doing Bugs Bunny, like all of them, way, 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 way back. You know what I'm saying? The character would see a beautiful character, the eyes pop out of the head, hard eyes pop out of the head. After that, they can't even fucking act normal no more. That's real. Like, people do that all the time in real life, male and female. And most people, I'm sorry, but these are the only people that I've seen do it. Most people who aren't as pleasantly looking, they consider this to be, like I said before, like, they brush it off as like, oh, here you are again, complaining because you don't get what you want. But that's just another aspect of the pretty prison. Like, we can't even, to most people that are intimidated by us or they envy us, we can't even complain. We on the most basic level. And I say that because, again, y'all know me. I'm not big headed. Well, I wouldn't say I'm not big headed. But I'm still down to earth, though. So, on the most basic level for me, I complain, if not on the average level of most people. I'm gonna give I'm gonna give I'll give myself a little room. Okay, because I can't be the judge of how much I complain because I don't even keep up with it. But I do know that I try not to complain because I don't like it. It's no point. Especially if it's something that I have to do. I'm not going to complain about it because if I'm going to complain about it, then I'm not going to do it. So I don't complain because it's only so much complaining that I'm going to do before I just change my circumstances. But, anyways, but yeah, so I really don't, like me myself, I don't complain that much. And if I do, I can honestly say that I don't complain more than the average person. But just because I look better than the average person, my complaints sound differently in the ears of a lot of people. They instantly think about, some treacherous trollop that they know who would just complain, 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 and never had anything to give and never really complained about anything important. But yeah, I mean, overall, it's a big middle finger to anybody um, that contributes to the pretty prison. But I just had to speak on it because it's just getting more and more real. Like at one point, I thought that it was just situational. It depended on the man, but I see more and more like it's not. Like there are some men who I think are, oh, you're so manly, seem so confident, you're this and you're that. And then, we start talking, everything is going good, everything is going well. They're talking about, um, we're getting along, they're expressing how much they like me. We meet up, it goes good. I can tell from the meetup they're nervous. And then it gets to the point where it's like, it's like they start quizzing me or something. It's like, not even quizzing, it's like they try to put on puppet strings. It's like they get to a point where it's like they want to basically, the simplest I can put it is they want me to reassure them by overextending myself. And for me, if I say overextend in regards to someone that I'm attracted to, what I consider overextending is anything that you would not ask little average Sally to do. Because I know some average Sallys and they don't go through the same things. They have worse personalities and don't have to go through as many loops as men would want me to go through. But it gets to a point where, and it's not even in dating, like this is just in, for the most part, it doesn't even make it to dating. If the man is already intimidating. Because it'll be like, It'll be like after that first meetup, it's like it's like, all right, bitch, you're not finna trick me. Show me something now. But I'm not the you're not gonna fuck me after one date. That's never gonna happen. Okay? Like not ever. And not because I think I'm too pretty to do it, but because I think I'm too godly to do it. I'm not gonna sit up double texting you because you're human just like I'm a human. I know that when I have my phone, if I see a text, I'm gonna reply to it. Or I'm gonna act like I didn't see it. It's one or the two. And if I didn't see your text, then I'm just not even interested on talking to you. Because if I know that, I'm getting to know somebody, even if I didn't catch the ding when the text went off, I'm going to go to my message thread and see if they text me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to be the type to double text. I'm not going to be calling you more than you call me. I don't know how y'all was raised, but I assume that when a man isn't around me, he busy. And I assume that if a man wants to talk to me, then he will. That's not saying that I won't call, but that's saying that I'm not going to keep calling. And I promise y'all, that's what these niggas out here be wanting me to do. Like, legitly. And like I said, I'm down to earth. Like, and I'm not against doing trial and error. So there's times where I've done this. But what I've found is that doesn't end. It doesn't get to a point where they be like, okay, you've put yourself out there enough where I trust you and I know you're not just trying to use me. And I know that, da 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 da. Like, no. That insecurity doesn't go away. It's just like, okay, you show them, okay, yeah, she willing to call me, she willing to text me, she willing to invite me out, you know what I'm saying? She willing to do all this stuff. Then that insecurity gets in their mind and make them say, oh, but she ain't never da 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 da. So shit, you never really know, cause da 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 da. Or your little punk ass homeboy in your ear. Man, shit. I had a bitch da 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 da. She ain't really fucking with you. She don't da 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 da. Like it never ends. So while I'm a big fan of, meeting people where they are, showing grace, and I'm not afraid to prove myself to a man the same way I don't want a man to be afraid to prove himself to me because you're going to have to. I'm not afraid to prove myself at all. But what I've learned is it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Like it just goes from one thing to another. So while I'm open to meeting people where they are, I'm also leaning towards just saying that I'm too fine for an average man. Since y'all be scared. Cause what the fuck? But I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Cause I don't wanna give up on y'all. Because I'm fucking average. I mean, not y'all catch my drift. I'm regular. I'm down to earth. I'm genuine. I like real shit. I don't, I'm not superficial. You know what I'm saying? So, average looking men, average living men, that's what attracts me the most. I don't want a flashy ass man. I don't want a man that's always taking fucking selfies. I like, come on now. Fuck with me, y'all. Fuck with me. If you gonna talk to me, don't be afraid. I'm not gonna use you because that's gonna waste my fucking time. I need a husband. I don't need a nigga to entertain me for a little while. I'm actually looking for a husband. So understand that if I let you in my space, you could make it all the way.